How you guys doing? Eugene Johnson, founder of Make Your Mind an Asset, where our goal is to elevate your mind so we can elevate success in your life. And today, this is episode 12. And I'm super excited about episode 12. This is the last episode of May. But in June, due to a good friend of mine, Todd Nightingale, gave me a great suggestion. And what I'm going to do is in the month of June, I'm going to do the whole month of June as a series. And this series is going to be the 10 mental thought processes of a leader. So we're going to talk about the 10 mental thought processes of a leader and exactly what I believe every good leader, every great leader should do in order to take their life, their business, their family, their health, their organization, their community to a whole nother level. So that is in the month of June. But right now, today, I want to talk about breakthrough. I want to talk about what's the thing stopping breakthrough from happening in your life. Like literally the serious type of breakthrough. I mean, I'm talking about the breakthrough where your life is never the same, where you make a turn for better and you never go back. What's that difference? What's that differentiator that's stopping you from having that major breakthrough? So we're going to talk about that in this training. And my question to you is this. Have you ever been in a situation where you felt like maybe I'm doing everything I need to do, but maybe I'm not doing enough of it? Or for some reason, I plateaued at a certain level. I created some success, and then I kind of plateaued, and I'm not sure how to bump it up to the next level. Or maybe you're like me, and I know this has happened to me multiple times, where you just don't understand what's not happening, right? You're trying to figure it out. You're trying to say, okay, I need to have breakthrough in my life, in this area of my life. And I feel like I'm doing some things right, but I'm not doing everything right. What can I do better? How can I figure it out? Is it only a physical activity thing, or is it a mental thing? Is it something that I'm not doing subconsciously that I maybe need to shift? And I promise you, your breakthrough, believe me, don't believe me, but I urge you to believe me. Your breakthrough is 100% mental. Your breakthrough in your family, 100% mental. Your breakthrough in your fitness, 100% mental. Your breakthrough in your finances, 100% mental. I'm telling you, every breakthrough that you want to get in your life is 100% about how you think about breakthrough. Let me give you an example. This is a training I call the 3 S's of breakthrough. This is something that me and my friend Billy Scott used to train all of the time. This is the 3 S's of breakthrough. This is the reason why most people don't achieve breakthrough in their life. And before I get into this training, what I do want to say is this. There's a myth behind breakthrough. Here's the myth. The myth is it's going to take me 10 years, 20 years, 50 years, whatever. It's going to take me a long time to actually have breakthrough in my life. Like, how can I have success? Some people look at some people, your back is against the wall. You're trying to figure out what you need to do right away. Some people are having some success, and they're like, I just want to get to the next level. But sometimes they look at it as this 10 or 20-year game. When it's not that long, it doesn't take that long to have breakthrough. You know what the long part of breakthrough is? I'll give you an example for my health. I've been trying to lose weight for many, many years now. But for some reason, over the last 12 months, I've lost a significant amount of weight, about 60 pounds. And I don't say that for applause, but I say that to say, what was the difference in the years before to now, over the last 12 months versus over the last couple of years? The difference wasn't the fact that I had breakthrough in my learning, because the knowledge was all the same. It wasn't because I had new associations, because the associations were pretty much the same. So what was the difference maker? It was the way I thought. It was a shift mentally that finally made me say, all right, let me go get it. And it took the long time. It took years for me to get here, but it really took years for me to make the decision to get here. You get what I'm saying? It took years for the decision to happen. Once the decision happened, then success happened. I remember in my first business, I was looking for success, and it took me years to get to success. I was wondering, what's happening? Why can't I break through? And in 90 days, I changed my business. I never had that much success in my life. And in 90 days, I had the amount of success that I've been aspiring for years. What was the difference? A shift in mindset. It did take me years to get there, but it really took me a moment in decision. I'll give you a drastic example. If you want to stop doing drugs, and I know this is drastic, but if you wanted to stop doing drugs, most people say, okay, I'm going to wing myself to success. I'm going to, kind of do a half in, half out, half in until I get to a rhythm. That's not how you have success. That's not how you have breakthrough. Some people, you looking for breakthrough, you've got to shift it. You don't win yourself off of drugs. You don't say, okay, I'm going to do drugs on Monday. I'm going to take Tuesday off. Wednesday, I'll go back to it because I'm going to need it. And then Thursday, and now kind of, you don't inch your way. You break through in a decision, in a moment of decision. I love the word decision. I usually do a training on decide means the death to all other options. When you make a decision, you decide to put death to everything else. So breakthrough is all about a decision. But I want to talk about these 3 S's and what this represents to success and breakthrough. Here's the first S, and this is one that you're probably not really thinking about. The first S is survival. Most people are in survival mode. 97% of the population are in survival mode. They're doing just enough to get by, just enough to not be below water. Because if they go below water, then whoa, it's a lot. Things are happening right now. The boat is shaking. But most people won't do anything until they get into survival mode. Most people won't do anything until the wife or the husband says, that's it, I want a divorce. Until the doctor says, look, if you keep gaining weight, you might pass away. Until the finances come to a point where you're in a negative bank account and your car is being repossessed and the home is being put up for foreclosure. When your back is against the wall, some people only act in survival mode. You got to find a way to get yourself out of survival mode, to put yourself in a position where you don't operate in survival. But sometimes survival mode is a reality. I remember when I first got started in business, one of the things that put me in survival mode was the fact that I didn't have a place to call my own. I didn't have enough money to eat. I had like $10 to eat for the week. That's a lot of top ramen, right? It was a lot of situations and circumstances that put me in survival mode, and that survival mode turned something on inside of me, and I just got excited about going after it because I said, I gotta change my life. I can't be this bad. I can't be sleeping on my mom's couch. I can't be sleeping on a friend's couch. I can't not have enough money to eat. I had to figure out a way to create success in my life, but I was in survival mode. Sometimes they say there's 2 types of pain. There's the pain of change and the pain of remaining the same. Now, my question to you is, what pain are you in? For me, I was in the pain of change. I needed the change. Change was a necessity. I had no choice. That's survival mode, when you have no choice. But here's what most people do when they have no choice. They put in a whole bunch of activities, and they get to the next mode. And the next mode is success. So they do all of the activity. They work hard. They give it everything they got. They put it all on the line, and they get to a level of success. And guess what they do? They put their feet up. They say, I'm here. I've arrived. Success is mine. I made it. And they put their feet up, and they go into relaxation mode. The problem is there's no such thing as neutrality in success. It's either you're going up or you're going down. It's either you're growing or you're dying. No such thing as neutrality in success. So some people say, hey, I'm at success. I put my feet up and I'm relaxing. See, you can't do that. You got to keep your feet on the gas until you get to the next level. So some people, they relax. They get into relax mode and they go straight linear. They stay the same. But if you go into relax mode for too long, you start going back into survival mode. That's something that you don't want to happen to you. You don't want to get back to survival mode. And this is how you know if this is you. Have you ever been in a situation where you had success, fell back down, had success, fell back down, had success, fell back down? That's what's called the success roller coaster. And a lot of people find themselves on a success roller coaster. There's 2 skills that you need to learn in order to break that roller coaster ride of success. The first skill is you've got to learn how to maintain success. Now, when you maintain success, you don't go up high and you don't go down low. There's always an up and a down, but you make sure that when you go up, you try to go up as high as you can, but you never let it go too low to where you're back into survival mode. That's the first thing, maintaining success. You got to learn that skill because sometimes there's things that happen in your life where you don't have the ability to put your foot on the gas 24/7 to keep the business up and keep the business growing. Maybe something happened with your family. Maybe something is happening to you in your religious communities. Maybe a big event has happened like a marriage or something that's happening in your personal life that's removing you from the ability to push your foot on the gas. You've got to have an ability to keep your business moving, at least keeping it steady and not losing when you take your foot off the gas. A lot of that has to do with the proper leverage, but that's the first thing. The second thing is you got to learn how to grow your business, how to move it forward. Those are the two things that you need to master in order to get off the roller coaster. How to keep the business growing. There's some keys to that. I'll share that in some other videos. And then how to keep your business linear. There's some keys to that. I'll show that in some other videos. We don't have the time to go over it now. But those two things you need to focus on. Stay plugged in because you're going to hear some of these teachings in other videos. But when you're in success, the next mode to get to, significance. That's the next mode that you need to get into from success. You need to move into significance because some people hit success and they think, I've arrived, I've made it. See, you've never made it until you help somebody else succeed. What do I mean by that? What if you have an organization and your organization is not structured for you to have somebody else have another organization within the organization? That's okay. The question is, whose life are you changing within the organization? Is your vision big enough that the people who are following you can fit into that vision? Do they see what they can get for themselves as well as what you are getting for you? See, success is when it's not about you, it's about others. Let me give you an example. There's a story that I used to tell all of the time. It's about the guy who wanted success badly. And he said, God, help me out. I really want to have success. Please help me. And this guy, think of it as an analogy, he was cake batter. He wasn't a human, he was cake batter. And he said, God, help me have success. And so God in his infinite wisdom said, okay, cake batter, you want to have success. You want to become a cake. So let me help you out. He takes the cake batter, spreads it into a pan, and puts it in the oven. And then the guy says, oh my goodness, it's hot, it's hot, it's hot. Take me out, take me out. I need to get out, it's hot. It's too hot, take me out. And God says, okay, let me take you out. And then a few months pass, and you say, but God, I know I've been called to be a cake. I know I've been called to be a cake. And God in his infinite wisdom says, okay, you're ready? Let me put you back in the oven. And it's hot, it's hot. What does it's hot mean? It's hot means there's trials, there's tribulations, there's problems, there's circumstances and situations that I can't deal with. It's too hot, take me out. And so God takes him out of the oven. And then he says, I know I've been called to be a cake, though. So then God puts him back in the oven. And this session goes on and on, back and forth, until the person decides and realizes that the oven, the heat, is needed in order for him to become who he's been called to be. In order for him to become the cake, he needs to go through the trials. He needs to go through the tribulations. He needs to go through the hot mess in order for him to become what he's been called to become. So until he realizes that, that's when he realizes that he needs to be in the fire, he needs to be in the heat, and as long as he stays there long enough to be matured in that oven, he can become a cake. Now here's the thing, when you become a cake, I've never seen a cake eat itself. The cake is always meant to be nourishment to other people. We only want success in life, whether it's success in our physical fitness so we can be an example, whether it's success in our family so that our family members could be happy, whether it's success in our finances so that we can help and bless other people around the world. It doesn't matter what it is. I've never seen the cake eat itself. The cake was meant to be nourishment to the others, the nourishment to the people around them. And you've been called to be nourishment. That's what significance is. Significance is about being the cake so that you can be nourishment to others. In order to get to significance, you can't think about yourself. Most people, when they get to success, they forget why they're doing it. They get caught up in the trinkets and the nice cars and the nice clothes and the travel and the bank accounts. And those things are all nice and well. But at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, when it's your time to meet the maker, you're not going to be talking about all of the cars that you had and all of the lifestyle. You're going to say, how could I have helped other people? What could I have done? Most people on their deathbed are talking about their family, not talking about what they did and what they got, but they're talking about their family. How could they be more to their family? How could they give more to their family? How can they set their family up to have another level of success so when they leave, that their family can be blessed beyond measure? See, that's what significance is all about. And until you boost yourself out of success mindset and say, okay, how can I make a difference in somebody else's life? That's what significance is all about. And so we got to push you from survival mode into success mode so that you can be pushed into significance. And significance is about reaching back and grabbing people in success and grabbing people in survival and helping them move their way up to significance. That's what significance is all about. It's about showing people that there is another way, that they can make it if they decide to put in the right work, the right effort, the right mindset to create the success that they've always wanted. So some people will say, okay, I get what you're saying, but how do I get from survival to success and to significance? It's really simple. The first thing you need to realize is a 3-step process. The first step is saying to yourself, I must change now. Now is when I must change. That's the first step. You've got to make a decision that now is the time. Draw your line in the sand. Don't look back. Don't go back because you weren't meant to go back. You were meant to go forward, right? So the first thing is saying now is the time. If I'm in survival mode, now is the time for me to get to success and never go back. If I'm in success mode, now's the time to get to significance and never go back. If I'm in significance, now is the time to get people in survival and people in success and bring them up to significance with me. And that's how I leave a legacy for my family. That's how I leave a legacy for the world. So I must change now. That's the first thing. The second thing is I must change now. I must change now. So me, you've got to take personal responsibility for wherever you are in this realm. If you're at survival and you might be saying, look, I'm at survival, you got to take responsibility for where you put yourself because every decision is nobody else's fault. Wherever you are in life is because you made decisions in your past that's brought you to your present. So if you're in your present today, be willing to take responsibility for the fact that you put yourself there and take yourself to success. If you're in success, you might say, I'm comfortable, but you got to be willing to be honest with yourself and take responsibility and say, hey, I'm comfortable, but have I just been comfortable? Have I been making an impact on other people's lives? What have I done to give back, to make the real impact, the lasting thing, the thing that fulfills my heart, not just my mind? That's what you have to do if you're in success. And if you're in significance, you got to be honest with yourself and say, who have I helped to get to significance? Who have I helped to get to a place where their life is changed? How did I cast my net wide enough so that other people's vision can fit inside of it? Wherever you are, you got to say, I must change. Then you have to say, I can change. You can change. You got to believe that change is possible. There's no such thing as impossible. Impossible is just a big word thrown around by small people. Look, don't ever let impossible be your reality. You've got to have faith. You've got to have, it's too many people saying, what if? What if I can't get out of survival mode? What if I can't take myself to the next level to success? What if I'm in success, but I can't get to significance? What if it's incomplete faith? And if you have incomplete faith, you can't say if. You've got to say when. When I have success. Because when you can say when, W-H-E-N, then you can win, W-I-N. So that's, I encourage you to have faith. One of my favorite quotes is all you have to do is jump off the mountain and have faith, and you'll grow wings on the way down. The only thing I would change about that quote is forget about growing wings on the way down. You already had the wings. You were born with the wings. You were born with a seed of greatness inside of you. All you need to do is release it. Release that seed of greatness, and your success will skyrocket. You have to have faith and believe that you can change. You can take yourself to the next level. Most of the time, people with significance, they have enough confidence for the whole world to share. But sometimes they don't believe in their ability to inspire somebody else to change their life. You can do it. If you're in success, you can get out of being plateaued. You can get out of going down and coming back up. You can do it. You can do it. But before I go, let me leave you with two things. The first thing is let me get you to get over the biggest mistake. The biggest mistake that most people make is they say, okay, this is all great. I will start on Monday. I will start next week. I will start in September. I will start next month. I will start in January. So many people said I was going to start in 2015. Well, we're halfway through 2015. We're at the end of the second quarter of 2015. Some people haven't even started on the goals they set for 2015. So you got to make the change now, right? So no, don't wait till June. June is not now. Don't wait till, September. September is not now. Decide now. That's the biggest mistake most people make. We've got to make the right decisions on our success, right? So that's the biggest mistake. And so let me give you a quick action step, an action item to leave out of this video and go create success right now. Decide where you are. Figure out where you are, whether you're in survival, success, and significance. Decide now where you are and decide to take yourself to that next level now. But here's the biggest thing. Write out a plan for what you're going to do to get to survival and to success, or success and to significance. Figure out a plan for what you're going to do over the next day, over the next week, and actually stick to the plan. Stick to the plan. You can do it. So create a plan for yourself and stick to it. Take action right away on that plan. And this is what I want you to do. Put a comment below in a one-word sentence and tell me what your plan is that you want to stick to and what's the goal. I really want to hear from you. I want to hear if you're really taking the information seriously and going to go and apply it to your life. Because it's not about knowledge. Knowledge is not power. Applied knowledge is power. And until you apply the knowledge, that's when the power comes. So I'm excited that you took the time. I appreciate you taking the time to listen to me rant about success. And you might say, this guy's passionate. He's excited. Here's why. It's because I believe in you. I believe that you have that greatness inside of you. And my whole goal is to release it. I want to get you to elevate your mind so that you can elevate success in your life. I appreciate you for taking the time. Don't forget to put a comment below. I'm looking forward to seeing you in June, where we go through the 10 mental leadership philosophies, and I'm really excited about that. But other than that, remember, let no man steal your vision, because no man gave it to you. God bless.